dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Connor James. First at 4, one county is taking action to try and combat the drug problem in their area. WYMT's Madison Pergram talked to local law enforcement and has more.
It's a problem that is consistently in the headlines. Drug use has an impact on families, businesses, and law enforcement across the region. Law enforcement in Perry County is trying to combat the issue, creating a drug task force combining resources from the Sheriff's Department, Hazard Police Department, and Kentucky State Police. Perry County Sheriff Joe Engel says the task force will help law enforcement pinpoint the issue.
Someone's wandering around someone's yard, someone's passed out, intoxicated, someone's fighting, and it really, we don't have the resources at all to do it. And that's why it was so important for us here to get this task force to be able to actually do something about those that's selling it.
Officials say they hope to have the task force up and running within the next few months. We'll have more on the task force and hear from a local business that's been impacted by drug use coming up at 6. In Hazard, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
Perry County Sheriff Joe Engel says not only will Perry County benefit from this task force, but surrounding counties, including Leslie, Knott, Letcher, and Breathitt, will also benefit.
And those showers and storms are here, and they're here to stay as we head into the rest of those evening hours, and even as we head into your Friday. We'll go ahead and take you to a few of those cameras. Started out with sunny skies over the National Weather Service in Jackson. They've seen the showers kind of on and off throughout the day. They're seeing those darker clouds now starting to creep back into the area. But looking on top of Stonecrest, few clouds over there, but drier conditions for now, and you're seeing some sunshine and those blue skies. But there's those scattered showers and storms we've been seeing throughout the day. Now we're starting to get some heavier rain starting to move back into the mountains. You can see just that cluster of showers and storms, even hearing a little bit of thunder here in Hazard. We'll go ahead and zoom in on that storm that's actually moving out of parts of London. I actually got a report from Shane Smith, who said that there was water on US 25 that was over South Laurel High School. So just very heavy rain falling in these areas. You can see heavy rain even looking into the Leslie County, over into parts of Clay County as well, and starting to see some heavier rain here in parts of Perry, even just south of Hazard. So those temperatures starting to get a little bit of a cool down, which is some good news as that rain moves in. Still those upper 80s up into the Big Sandy, where they've been on the drier side, and those areas that have not received rain quite yet still feeling like the lower 90s out there. But you can see a nice cool off over into Somerset and into London as well. So those rain chances really going to continue tonight and into tomorrow. But after this front moves through, it looks like we'll start to cool off just a little bit, and then that weekend forecast not looking too bad. I'll have a look at that coming up in just a little bit.
You can hear that thunder over the studio page. Thanks. Well, police say a teen was arrested after striking a man with a piece of wood. The Lowell County Sheriff's Office charged 18-year-old Christopher Luke Vickers with the assault. Vickers told WYMT he hit the man with a wooden spindle while trying to break up a fight between the man and one of Vickers' friends.
I hope my apology is accepted by him, and I hope he understands that I really wasn't trying to hurt him. I grabbed the closest thing I could to try to break the fight up with.
Police say the man Vickers assaulted did receive stitches at St. Joseph Hospital in London. And the company that owns a gas pipeline that exploded August 1st is preparing to return those lines to gas flow. Enbridge is working to replace a damaged line and to resume operations. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more from Lincoln County.
The pipeline explosion has left a lot of people with rattled nerves. Obviously, those right here in the vicinity within eyesight of where the explosion took place, but also those further out, as far away as a half-mile away, where people say they felt the heat from the fire.
The explosion definitely woke us up, and the noise was so loud, and our house was shaking.
Steve Walters lives on the east side of US 127 in an area that was not evacuated because of the explosion 3 weeks ago. But it woke his family up, and some of his neighbors say they since noticed cracked foundations because of it. Nerves are still rattled in this area, and some close to the explosion site say they've already sold their homes and are planning to move away. Walter says he won't go to that extreme, but he says the explosion does have him questioning what the future may hold as they are turning the gas pressure back on.
And the thing that they're going to do is just turn it on gradually, is what I understand. And so it does make you a little nervous, you know, even living here, knowing that there's gas lines that close to you.
The Enbridge company must meet a lot of requirements, a lot of federal guidelines before the gas flow here can return to normal. In Lincoln County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
One of the lines is supposed to resume flow by August 26th, another by September 1st. Well, on the heels of President Donald Trump's visit, a high-profile Democratic candidate for president will visit Louisville this weekend. Senator Bernie Sanders has a campaign rally planned for Sunday. It is at the plaza outside of the Muhammad Ali Center. The People's versus Corporate Power rally starts at 4 and doors open at 2. Tickets are not required, but people are asked to RSVP. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell could get another Democratic challenger in his re-election bid next year. Kentucky House Democratic leader Rodkey Atkins says a U.S. Senate run remains an option for him, but he does not plan to announce his decision until after this year's election. He said he has been encouraged to enter the Senate race, including from Democrats who did not support his bid for governor this year. Other Democrats hoping to challenge McConnell include Amy McGrath, Mike Breuer, Stephen Cox, and Benny Smith. And a controversial case heads to the state Supreme Court tomorrow. In 2012, quote, Hands-On Originals refused to print shirts for Lexington's Pride Festival, saying it went against the company's beliefs. The city's Human Rights Commission ruled the company violated the Lexington Fairness Ordinance. The business appealed, and the court sided with them. The city then filed an appeal to the state Supreme Court. Arguments will be heard tomorrow in Frankfort. And gas prices almost always hit their highest levels in the summer, but things are starting to change. Millions of Americans are getting some relief. The national gas price average has dropped 17 cents in the past month. AAA predicts another decrease of 20 to 25 cents in the months coming. The main reason for cheaper gas is because crude oil prices are dropping. They are expected to go down even more in the fall.
Crude oil makes up about 60% of the retail price. And right now, we've seen crude oil prices about $15 to $20 cheaper a barrel than they were last year.
AAA's Jeanette Castellano says gas tends to be cheaper after Labor Day as people drive less and the demand drops. Hopefully no unexpected events such as a hurricane send gas prices soaring again. Well, heading over to Wall Street on this Thursday afternoon, the Dow closes up more than 49 points. And there is a shortage of troopers in the Commonwealth. Today, Kentucky State Police opened up its training academy to potential recruits. Police want to give them a chance to see some of the things officers get to do and the gear they get to work with up close. KSP is currently taking applications for the next class of cadets. The deadline to sign up is September 13th. Coming up on First at 4, federal health officials are investigating a sharp new increase in the number of severe lung illnesses possibly linked to vaping.
And that cold front will continue to provide those rain chances, but will that impact Friday night football games? I'll have that answer coming up.